Okay. There you go.
Now my next step, before I do anything, I've got to get rid of these cords. On the back side of this is where there's a little main panel right there. And so these cords are going to stay onto this panel. Okay, so I'm just going to pull them up out of the way like this. And that's probably how they came, is my guess. Because they're trying to make it easy for the average Joe to install, right? That's what I think they've done. And so I'm just getting this stuff out of my way because I don't want it dangling, getting all dirty as I'm carrying it over to storage, tripping over myself. You know, always kind of think about stuff like that. Work safe rather than sorry. This is the main power cord that got plugged into the wall. Obviously you've got to run a 120, 20 amp circuit to wherever you're going to install this at your house, okay? And then this is just an extension cord. There's a box on the back side of that went over and plugged into the wall, okay? So I'm going to tape that on here because that's part of this panel. And see, these two cords here, remember they plugged in here? Those just go up to these panels in the back, you know, the heaters, and then two of those cords go up to the heaters, and then there's a couple other ones that go back under there too, okay? So that's what all those cords are there, and then this was the main one. So at this point, I'm just gonna take some more tape because I want to keep this out of my way, and I'm gonna tape this down here. And I'm just using the blue tape. This thing's going to be stored for a while. What?
Watch your feet.
Watch my feet? Oh.
The tar baby.
My tar baby. And I'd rather use the blue tape than regular masking tape because this could be sitting for a week. Maybe, yeah, 5 to 7 days. Okay? The last thing I want to do is to pull this blue tape off or regular masking tape and have a residue there and then try to clean that. All of a sudden, oh yeah, we see some marks here. Oh yeah, did they do good? They put it all together and then there's some nasty marks. They try to get it off with a certain cleaner. Then they stained the surface. They tried to gouge that out and they could never get it back to looking brand new. I'm trying to alleviate that. Wow, that's already ripping right there. I guess I better put some more tape here just for safekeeping. Okay, so do an extra special job because you're doing it for yourself and you just want to make it look good. The idea is when we put this back together, it'll look like we were never here, that it was never pulled apart to begin with, okay? That's what you want. Now at this point, there's 3 screws in the back of that inside corner, and there's a block right here. There's a block, little finished block that's nailed down here, and there's one at that end over there. And see, right now, if I lift this, I can just swivel this out of the way. There's actually a block in the back too, so that we can make sure that when we put this back together, that those blocks, that it's up tight to the blocks, see? So as you put this back together, there's basically virtually no way you can really mess up, other than breaking the glass door. But you're going to be careful with that, I know you are. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I've got to have somebody hold on. Laura, you're going to have to hold on to that panel because once I undo those, this whole panel is going to swivel. And then that one's going to swivel. We can take one, we can swivel it up against the wall, or we're going to have to do something. Okay, so you may need a couple people after all just to be on the safe side. I think that's what we're going to do. Now anytime I have a thought, I'm going to share it with you, okay? So this light, there's a light fixture right here, so I'm going to have to be real careful with that. I think I'm choosing to maybe keep that there, or I might unscrew the bulb and see how easy it's going to be to unscrew the glass. And I think I may want to do that. And then I'm just looking at this. When they installed this in the room, they left a little area here that you can kind of sneak back there, and they were able to do that because this sauna was so small. But if you want to push it up into a corner, then you're going to have to do things a little bit differently. You're going to have to put this back there, put one wall section together, slide it back there. So you could feasibly put it tighter than this, but because we have it like this, now I can reach back there and undo those screws. And I just wanted to tell you, if you want to get it closer to the wall, hey, you can. But read the directions and stuff, because there, like I said, there is a panel on this side, and there's also a vent there, and that could get hot, and they might recommend keeping it off one particular wall, 12 inches or 16 inches, whatever. Just make sure you read the directions. In this case, we put this thing back together. We're going to put it exactly where we found it. We're going to keep it in the same place, so that's what we're going to do next.